up to 1,800 metres. We go up in class as well. Class 4, Great Joy, first time on the all-weather. Quick return, dirt, first time for him as well. Crown Avenue is 2 out of 2 course from distance. Spicy Carco won over the 1650, 2 starts back. Curling Luxury's won 3 of his 4 starts this season. They've been on the turf though. All weather for the first time for Ambitious Pins, same for Telecom Sun and Aero Luminance. 5 Stars Agent will go forward, and Sempiternal, 1 from 1, course and distance.
There's a couple of noted sort of front runners in this. Curling Luxury 1, 5 Stars Agent 2. You would think Crown Avenue from the 11 will have to press forward, and Poaching Treasure, it's a fairly long run down the home straight, being 1,800 metre start point. So he might want to surge on too. I do believe it will be good to slow as they've got there. Maybe a little bit quicker through the first sort of 300 or 400 as they sort out their order, which may give the backmarkers a bit of a chance.
Yep, it could well do. This horse here, I've been waiting for him to get back onto the all-weather. He's had 3 starts and runs really nicely at Happy Valley. He's put on 12 pounds, but he's super fit going into this race now with those runs under his belt. Joe Moreira's jumped aboard and could be at the right time. Spicy Carcar, now he used to be inconsistent last season, but his runs, he's run 3rd, 1st and 4th at his last 3 starts. So he's found a bit of form, and I think he's sort of found his place on this all-weather surface. So he's going okay.
Yeah, certainly his 3 efforts this season have been pretty solid. We're going to start off with 5 Stars Agent, though, whose go-forward profile. He's come with a good gate as well to do that again. He's got Spicy Carcar and Sure Peace in behind. Yeah,
and it wasn't a bad run here from 5 Stars Agent. Just got run down late by Imperial Concord coming down the outside. So he's okay. Look, he's only won the once from his 29 starts, but he's pretty consistent on the surface.
Yeah, again, this was that night where there were horses on the pace that stuck on well, but there were some that came from the back. So I think the run there from Imperial Concord was quite enormous, to be honest. But 5 Stars Agent, he'll be in front and he's pretty honest, so he'll give you a good side, I would have thought.
That was best effort, yeah, running through.
Yeah, exactly.
In Class 4 company, so I think that's a pretty good lead-in for him. All right, so Curling Luxury. So he's had a fantastic start this season with 3 wins already, but can he transfer that back to the dirt?
Well, Paul's the man to ask, because he picked this out earlier on in the season, and as you say, Andrew, he's won 3 of his past 4. So he's hiking his way up that rating mountain. Has he reached his peak yet, Paul?
Maybe not on the turf, but I don't really like him on this surface. I prefer him on the. I prefer him back on turf rather than the all-weather that we've got here, because he's been going very well, but he's climbed the race. He's by O'Reilly's, and they don't normally like the surface, and he's had 4 goes on it, only been placed 1. So I think this is not a bad Class 4 race. So he didn't find a place in the end.
All right, OK, barrier 2. Dylan taking £7 off as well. One more horse to have a look at, who's stepping out of the surface for the first time. It's Ambitious Pins. Still yet to win in 15, but he certainly looks like he's got the ability to do so. Yeah,
look, I'm going to be guilty of tipping him again. I've tipped him a lot of times. I'm going to tip him again. I just think coming onto this surface might be a positive for him. He is a horse I thought could win in Class 3, but as you've highlighted, Andrew, he's had 15, hasn't won one yet. I know Paul had a bit of time for him too. There for a while. I'm not sure whether he's quite as loyal as me.
No. He was on the short list, and I looked at him 2 or 3 times.
On the bad list now?
He's not bad, but I just don't know, again, on the surface, I wasn't really willing to take the chance. Yeah, he could come out and win easy, but I wasn't willing to take that chance with him.
All right, so question marks about him, but I think you're on top selection. There's not too many question marks about him on the surface.
No, that's Crown Avenue. I really like this horse, so I put him on top. I think he's going to be very tough to beat. Great Joy, I put him in with the £7 claim. Gets a good draw. He comes to the surface for the first time. Over 1,800 metres, I think he could be suited by it. A Quick Return, another one for the surface for the first time. He's another horse I think will be well suited by this, being by Bachelor Duke. And Spicy Carcar's been consistent. So I went 3, 1, 2, 5, but I'll be backing the 3 in this.
Fair enough. I was a little concerned about the gate, but you might be right, Paul. He might be just better than these on the surface. I got him in for 3rd. Interesting that half the field's having their first race start on this surface in race 2. Ambitious Pin's one of them. Great Joy's another. I'm going to just take the chance that there is a little bit of speed in that first 300 or 400, and there might be 1 or 2 trapped wide. It could generate some speed. Give the backmarkers a little chance, but we'll learn a little bit about the all-weather track after the first race and whether run-ons might have their opportunity. Crown Avenue and Good Fit, another one for Frankie Law, hasn't been in his stable. He is a winner on the all-weather surface, drawn OK for the Italian Umberto Rispoli. So 7, 1, 3, 8, but I'm going to take the cue 1, 3 and 7.